So we'll touch on the topic of the war. I don't think there's going to be a third world war. I think it's all just a bunch of games. Not going to deep dive into that, but they, they divide and conquer throughout each country. My thing is, innocent people die. If the war is between the countries, shouldn't the government people die? They the ones making all the, pressing fire or getting the army. Shouldn't they die? Why is the innocent people dying? And it's the same with now. Everybody's angry with this country. Everybody must hate this country. And I'm not saying, just don't take the wrong message here. I'm not saying we should love everybody and whatever. I would be on that train, but the people that's fighting is the people in the government. We here in their rat race, and then they make the rat race more effective by having this. That's why I always say the fake wars. And nobody in the government dies when the wars happen. Unless sometimes there's one that takes the bullet. Sometimes I don't even know if that's real, because these days you can recreate a person to look exactly like somebody else and whatever else that they make, and we get caught up like look at the marches. Egypt doesn't have money. They easily bought. And that was a given coming. The Egyptians they easily bought. So let's look at racism, right? Let's look how they divide and conquer. So in South Africa, there's racism, right? Now, when I hear the word racism, I hear race. Some sir created racism, and that was the system that they deployed, which is still effective there in the country. When you're born, you don't know anything. You don't know what's racism. You get taught what it is. Race. You can even make it system. And you can, so race created by a sir, race system. That's literally what I hear when I think of the word racism. So just take any country, just take your country. How many people are in your government? Whatever number you come up with, how many people is the people of that country together? It outnumbers it by far. But in South Africa, the racism is so active, as it's the black, white, colored, and the three is just fighting with each other. Always. I've been out of the country 10 years, and I'm 10 years out of the country. I don't go back anymore, but I was there. Whenever I was there, it's still the same thinking patterns, methods from 10 years ago. Now, if those three, just think about it just for a moment. Besides everybody having something to lose, because there's obviously always a payoff for us to stay in the system and whatever. Let's just remove that for a moment. If the blacks, the coloreds, and the whites just stand together just for one day and march in unity, that government is gone. It's literally gone. Each and every country has some sort of divide and conquer. Just look in your country. Just look and see how you are divided as a nation. As people of your country, how are you divided? So that's how easily they can pull the strings, because the minute you want to stand up to the government, you now maybe in a certain party, then the other party say no, this is our government, and the people fight and they stay there on top. It's the same if they deploy anything out in the world. Don't we ever say as people, is this not our world that we're living in and that we want to be, don't we ever say, why are they just deploying and doing what they want to and saying, oh, this is good for look at global warming. They just deploy all that crap. They don't ask us. It's not their world, but they have made it their world by dividing and conquering each country into pieces. So that's why there's a lot of division across the world, constantly, continuously, and we're too stuck in the old system, in the thinking patterns, in the thinking methods. Every time it's like they deploy a series to keep us stuck. How do I explain this? It's like all of a sudden there's an explosive of something. Damn it, man. I can't think of something now, but it's like all of a sudden it's like a new iPhone coming out. Then it's da 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 da, and then that's a series. So now everybody's talking about the new iPhone. Then there's a new this da 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 da. Then everybody's talking about that. So they deploy it all strategically in series. It's like AI. Do you think they are using the same AI that we're using? Never ever are those people gonna give us the best or exactly what they are using. They deploy the offcuts to us. They give us the leftovers, and then they advertise it like it's the most amazing thing. And it's the same with just everything. They strategically deploy, and we just follow. We just do. We just continue. Oh, we're so set in anything, we're so set in the system, anything they deploy, we just say, okay, that's new. Okay, because we've never stood up and made a change. We've never stood up and stood together. Just think of a rugby match. Sorry for those, or any sport, when you're going to support your country and you go into the stadium. Okay, yes, some people support other countries and leave that for a moment. You go into the stadium and you're standing together behind your country to win. That unity for however much minutes, it's amazing. We are unified for that game consistently, continuously. How much energy doesn't that give the team? How much energy doesn't that give the team and help them? The support helps them. The support helps the country for that game. But the minute that game is over and you come out the stadium, is all of a sudden you're back to normal. The blinkers is back on. The minute you leave that stadium, within 5 minutes, that unity is gone. Just imagine that unity stays. Each country is divided and conquered somehow. They have to keep it like that. That is how they're keeping the control. And this war is like, you think the people in Israel, okay, I'm not opening that topic. I refuse to open that topic right now, because the same like us. If they bomb us now, we die. We didn't start this crap. They started the crap. Well, not they, sorry. They started the crap. They should die. Isn't that fair? If the countries want to fight with each other, shouldn't the governments go sit there and shoot at each other? Why must the innocent people die? It is absolute. I would love to say some words, but there's children also that will listen, but it's not fair. We busy here fighting, not fighting, we busy out here working hard, doing everything we can to survive, to trying to make a better life for our children, or whatever the reason, and then we die. We didn't even get the chance to shoot a gun, It's not right. It's not right at all. And the more we stay divided and conquered in our country, outside of our country, the more it just stays the same, the more it will continue. It's a massive shift that needs to happen in every single person. A massive shift. Thinking, listening, and doing what's right. If it's out of alignment, we've just accepted things as it is. And yes, when you stand up against them, then they shoot, then you get killed. So and or they slander your name, or they bring up your past, which I've taken care of already. But okay, the next one is a bullet. Okay, if I get killed, then I tell you, make these videos go viral, then only. Then deploy it across every platform that you can. And then, because sometimes people have to, when people die, oh, I would have, I could have, I should have, If that must happen to me, then okay. Mommy, I love you, no? Just like these people, and then what does the word condemn mean? I cannot for the life of me understand. We condemn the attacks. That's taking absolutely no responsibility. It's like me killing someone and the police say we condemn the attack. Okay, are you not supposed to arrest? Are you not supposed to take me to jail? Yes. No, we condemn the attacks. What in the living daylights of crap is that? I cannot, it annoys me when I see we condemn the attacks. Then they want to say, Putasali and Susie is speaking together to come up with a plan. Really? And we okay with that? We just believing that Donald and Sonald and Ronald and Fonald is doing this and doing that. Really? How much of this crap are we just gonna keep taking? That and you telling me the United Nations, what are they uniting? They're uniting their pockets. They're uniting their pockets every month. It's just their pockets that they're uniting. We haven't heard anything from them. The system is so, they don't even need to mention the United Nations of shit anymore, because we're so okay, we've so accepted, we're so whatever. It's just, we've become, okay, that's what the world is doing now. This is what's happening now. Okay. I don't know how everybody must stand up together. I don't know. But change this. Stop accepting this. Stop fighting with each other, because we are divided. That, I will say, is the first step. Stop fighting with each other. Yes, there's anger. That anger is from an old system. That anger is from a system deployed out. Feel, think for yourself. Feel and think for yourself. Stop letting them give you emotions to feel. Now they bomb and then they show you all the children, which is very, it is what it is. But they've been doing all of that. Can we go to their children's home? Okay, actually no, that's a very bad thing to do, because I don't like eye for an eye. It makes the whole world blind. But imagine their children is on the line. Then all of a sudden things is going to change. Imagine their families is on the line. Then all of a sudden they want to have something to say. Please don't go attack anybody. I'm never going to stand for that. I'm never going to stand for anything wrong. Don't go out and do wrong. Just think. When you come into Saudi Arabia, even, you divide it as your nationality. If you're American, you get treated like a god. If you other lower ranked, I don't even know who does the ranking. And if you lower ranked, then you get treated like shit. I know, because I've lived in that country for 10 years. South Africa, I know because I grew up in that country. It's divided and conquered. You divided and conquered. So just take a look at your own country. See how you divided and conquered, if you are. And think differently. Unthink what they trained you to think. Retrain your own mind. Because and then I actually got a few other things to say, but this video is long now and people don't like to watch long videos, and neither do I.